Welcome back to some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Denali, as you see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. I'm recording earlier than usual today because today's Eurovision. It's a video of Eurovision. I'll be watching it with some friends later. It'll be a grand old time. As in usual Eurovision fashion, I haven't looked up or listened to any other songs, including our own in the UK. I don't know who the favourites are. My friend asked me who I think is going to win before even hearing any of the songs. I can't remember who I said. I think I said Norway or something. But apparently they're also first in the order, so that's unlikely to happen. Hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 1 PM on Saturday, May 17, 2025. And you might be like, why is that unlikely to happen? Well, apparently there is actually like statistically significant enough data. Oh, isn't it something like no act in the first half of a Eurovision Song Contest has won in the first half for like 80 years or something? Which, you know, a correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something to do with retention where... Because, hold on, do the jury vote before? Like, they vote on the semi-final performance, right? Rather than the final performance? Something like that, I don't remember. I wouldn't be surprised if they order it such that that half ones are ones they expect more to win. Maybe it's better for retention because, you know, people aren't checking in so much of the early ones. I don't really know. It's not something I've considered all too much, but yeah, anyway, I'm not really the betting type to be like, yeah, I think they're going to win, etc, etc, etc. But yeah, it should be a fun time. I think it's always a fun time. Eurovision. If you don't know what it is, then I guess I'll probably be talking about it a lot tomorrow. And in tomorrow, that's Animal Crossing episode. So depending on when you watch this, or exist or not. And it should be a good time, I think. Should be a wondrous time. I still have the Never Have I Ever song in my head. La 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 la, put a finger down, la 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 la. Look at that, I'm out. But what else? Played a bit more Rabbit and Steel last night. Did pretty well. We seem to be going on a trend of beating Rabbit and Steel, or not beating it, but I'm doing Rabbit and Steel very late at night. But another couple characters are down, which are good. But it's a sort of thing where, as you work for it, you know, I'm increasingly becoming aware that probably the characters I'm clearing with are the characters I like playing. Like the first two characters I did were like Assassin and Dancer, who are two of my favourite characters. The only character who I would say I quite like, who I've not played with yet, is the Bruiser. And I guess Ancient as well. So I'll get two more. I did do Spellblade, who at first, honestly, the first time I played Spellblade, the first few times, wasn't really vibing with him. I think playing on Luna for a lot of difficulty is well, how do I say it? Like, it made me appreciate the kit more, and I had actually quite a lot of fun playing him. Did the same with Wizard. I think Wizard is very just like my own personal preference. Middle of a pack where I'm like, yeah, they're fine. I appreciate them. I don't hate them. I don't love them. At some point I'm gonna do Heavy Blade, and I did do a bit of Heavy Blade, and I was like, actually, it's not as bad as I thought, you know. At first I thought I didn't really like Heavy Blade, but no, I'm actually kind of vibing with him a little bit. I think Defender might be the one where I'm like, because I wasn't particularly enamoured with Defender. But we'll have to see. Anyway, it really sort of changes your perspective, being able to play the battles in the hardest difficulty over and over and over again. Because then you're like forged in the flames, if anything, with them. But anyway, what are we going to talk about? Sorry. 4 minutes in, let's get to our actual conversation, which will be, I'm not really sure. You know what a sad thing is I have really had no time recently to work on the thumbnail art. So it may just end up being delayed. I hope it won't be 100 days delayed, but it is honestly really behind. Mind you, I really got to just like sit down and do it. And I would have done it today, but today's Eurovision. So I guess I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow's streaming and I also need to record. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll do it on Monday. Well, Monday's D&D. And it's like Tuesday's like the only day. Okay, so I've got one kind of evening. And then Wednesday's D&D again. And then I have Thursday and Friday. It's like, I don't know, if there's not enough time in the day. I mean, it certainly doesn't help, I suppose, when you play games up till very late and then wake up later than you expect to. But yeah, anyway, I got a towel on my head. That's a way to live life. In naught but a moment. Once I've done recording this, I'll be getting dressed, getting ready. I gotta select like what I want to wear today. I'm not really sure, you know. I've been turning it over my head, and I'm very much someone who, I wouldn't say I plan my outfits out in advance that far, but probably the night before at least. When I go to bed, I will just be like, okay, what do I think I'll wear tomorrow? Especially if it's an event or something. If it's like not an event, if I'm just like staying at home, or if I'm just like having a chill day in, then I'm just like, okay, yeah, well, I mean, I'll just pick randomly from my selection of like hoodies and I was gonna say sweatsuit. Sweatsuit is not the word I wanted. Sweaters or jumpers, and then just like some trousers or whatever. And then if it's hot, and I'll be like, okay, well, now I'm a summertime uniform. We'll be wearing with t-shirts and shorts. But when it's actually going out, it's like, yeah, you know, gotta think about it at least, you know, more than 0. Because I don't know, like, it sounds maybe stupid for me to say, but it's just like, I mean, when I'm falling asleep, I'm not doing anything else, right? I might as well think about this thing. So then, instead of thinking about it tomorrow morning, when I'm like staring at my wardrobe, being like, I'll just be like, right, I already know what I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be this. Grab it and let's go. Well, not let's go. I guess let's get ready for the rest of the stuff. But still, yeah. So I'm sort of just turning it over my head because I feel like now is a sort of awkward timing when it comes to what to wear, because we're not quite out of the winter season sometimes, and we're not quite into the summer season sometimes. It sort of very much oscillates back and forth, you know. So my mindset of what clothes to think about is not like, oh, we're going with summer uniform, and it's not quite, oh, we're in the winter uniform. So I guess if anything, I gotta have like room in my mind to be like, oh, it's a spring uniform or it's a autumn uniform. So I gotta find a sort of in between of exactly what I want. I also feel like I should buy more clothes at some point. I'm just like, you know, do I have all the clothes that I want at the moment? I often think, I'm just like, you know, where are the gaps in my wardrobe where I'm like, oh, you know, this outfit would be really great if I had something like that. But I don't think any of the fashion outlets are on sale at the moment. I guess we're waiting till summer. See, we need more spring cleaning sort of sales. It's always a summer, it's always winter. Oh, this one is, oh, it's Mountain Warehouse, okay. I'm not buying my clothes from Mountain Warehouse normally. Naked for 30% off everything. Maybe, I don't know. That's pretty cute. La 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 la. Put a finger down, la 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 la. Look at that, I'm out. Oh, this stuff is very cute. Anyway, I'm not going to look about that now. Yeah, I'm across the episode. Yeah, I don't know, summer uniform, winter uniform. We have a lot of school-related conversations, I realise, but maybe it's because a lot of my anecdotes are from school. I mean, like, what have I done before, like working? I mean, school. So it's like, I guess that is, now I think about it, probably the majority of my life so far. At what age does it no longer become the majority of my life? So probably be from like ages 3 to 21. So it'd be 15 years past that, 36. Wow, I'd hit 36. And then it's like I've been out of school longer than I've been in school. And that's not even considering like preschool, right? Because I said 3 to 18. Like, I think I started, not actually started school, but like did school-like activities, I think at like 2 or something. I wouldn't be surprised at least. Daycare or some equivalent thing, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, summer uniform, winter uniform, school uniform. Now, come on, we can't have another school conversation here. I think it's just like outfit planning, you know, in general. What I really need to do, which I certainly don't do enough, maybe because I plan my outfits, I suppose, and when I'm in bed and I'm like, I'm not going to get off my phone and get on my phone and think about stuff like that. But whenever I'm just like, oh, you know, it'd be really nice when I'm planning an outfit, it'd be like, oh yeah, I would want to wear that, but I need something like that to go with it. I need to write it down. I mean, actually like find it. That's the problem with, I think, shopping a lot of the time. Not a problem, I suppose. It's not really a problem. It's a very trivial, minuscule problem. But the idea that I feel like a lot of shopping is sort of like I'm going to the outlet of a retailer and I'm just seeing what they have and buying what I like. But there's not an easy way, I think, to find exactly what I'm looking for, you know? And some things, you know, if I'm just like looking for a white t-shirt, that's like obviously ubiquitous, something found everywhere. But then some things, if I'm just like, you know, I see like an outfit that someone else has or something, I think the most common thing is I see it like illustrated in art, you know, so it's not even necessarily real. And I'm like, that is a cute outfit, or like a cute top or something like that. I would want to get something like that. Obviously, probably. Excuse me, the art is based off reality in some form or fashion. But, you know, actually being able to find it, I think, is the difficult part. C'est difficile. Where it's like, oh, you know, I want to have a top like that. I want to have, you know, skirt, trousers, something which gives off that sort of vibe. But how do you find something which doesn't even exist necessarily, you know? That's what makes it so difficult. Actually, there's some very interesting, I saw there's some interesting sort of like social media accounts which are based off basically trying to find the outfits that people wear in like shows and things like that. I became aware of it like when I watched Critical Role. Saw like a social media post being like, oh, you know, the outfit someone was wearing was super cute, like where did they get it? And then like someone was atted that social media account and they found it. I don't know how they do that, but I think it's also a balance as well, because then you find it and it's like, oh, this costs like £200. I ain't buying that. It needs to sort of fall in the realm of affordability as well. But I suppose a lot of the really good clothes tend to be quite expensive, so it's more like idea shopping. And you know, that would be like a really great sort of like okay-ish like genie wish or superpower, just being like outfits that I imagine I know where to buy them or something precisely. You might be like, I mean, I guess that's just kind of like being a fashion designer, right? Because any outfit you imagine, you'll be able to know where to buy them by the sheer fact that you can design them. And presumably, you know, if you work in that industry, you would know exactly like where to go to get it produced, etc, etc, etc. But yeah. I don't know. It's just like, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that is like, because you know, there's like tiers of superpowers, right? You know, you get things like flying, you know, time travel, shape-shifting. I always like reality bending superpowers, to be honest, but those are very high tier superpowers, right? Those are literally like reality altering. Those would irreversibly change your life if you gained access to those. But there's some which are just sort of like more convenience, if anything. Like, what mediocre superpower would I want? I don't know. I think I have a... strange enough, I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this before. And I genuinely think that one, or fashion, just like being able to imagine an outfit and then like in your mind's eye and then having it like appear in your wardrobe in your size or something. I think that'd be great. Would it be good? Yeah, it means you technically never have to buy clothes again, I suppose. I guess it's also like creation of matter. So I guess I would try and do it in a way which doesn't make it, you know, because I feel like if I'd give this mediocre superpower, then it's like, oh, someone will find a way. It'd be like, oh yeah, you could turn that into like a fashion industry by just like making these designs or something very quickly, and these mock-ups and prototypes super quickly. I'm like, okay, fine. Like maybe the outfits don't exist for anyone else except for you. Maybe it's just one outfit which changes or something. You have to put it in the wardrobe. So you're not like necessarily creating a lot of matter. If it gets destroyed, it's like, I don't know, that part just like dissipates or something from the central part of the clothing item. I don't know, essentially. It would have to be something along those lines. Must be exhausting trying to balance these mediocre superpowers, because there's always some way that you can end up exploiting them to be like, oh yeah, I can do it like this, and this, and then it will somehow, I don't know, just be fantastico. As a way to, I don't know, break reality. There's not many superpowers which don't break reality. So maybe that fashion one's a bit above mediocre than I thought. But I mean, I see mediocre to someone like, oh yeah, you remember, you can choose to remember anything that you want, like you have a eidetic memory or something. Is that a mediocre superpower? Well, I don't know, because that feels like a step down, because that's something which people can actually do, you know. But there are some people out there who, well, okay, some people have like literally perfect recall, which is the next level of unbelievableness. There's that famous actress who has it, right? I don't remember her name at all, but so I guess not famous enough to me, but famous enough to most other people, I would say. Who is that? Let's see. Actress who has perfect memory. Marilu Henner. Superior autobiographical memory. Yeah, that. It's a fascinating thing. So I feel like if it's something achievable by human beings, then it's kind of like, oh, does that count as a... That counts like as a minor superpower. But we're like a mediocre superpower. It should be superhuman, but still within... maybe it's like within plausible human capabilities, but not at the consistency it's at or something. I don't know. Because anyone can make the fashion, I suppose. Items in this like fast changing outfit I have or whatever. But, you know, it's more about the time it's saving. It's more about the immediacy of it without having to source materials, etc., behind it. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying all this, I still haven't decided what I'm going to wear, so I guess I'll go figure that out now. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, description, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now, it's our farewells. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.